Dillian White and Moses Itauma, really interesting fight. Intriguing because Dillian White will take anyone on.
With what I was just getting at, I just want to win a world title when people don't think I can do it.
What happens when the coldest young phenom in heavyweight boxing meets the last of the true street warriors from Brixton?
Let's go! I'm ready! Let's do this! June, live at O2! Let's get it! I'm #1, baby! Let's go!
Nigeria
Out, hasn't he? And what a start! What a start!
versus Jamaica.
Characters, yeah, they come from different backgrounds and different stories, and they fight in a different way, but they take on anyone and they give it a crack. And I think we had a great run at Sky with Dillian.
You've got Moses Itauma, a teenage titan with knockout power in both hands, touted as the next undisputed king of the heavyweights.
He steps when he needs to, and it's one of those really just small things that you just have to innately know and see, but he takes the long jab when he needs to, he takes the short one, he sets everything up, he turns over that straight left the same way that I've seen.
And then you've got Dillian White, the body snatcher.
Dillian, the body snatcher!
A man built in the fire of the streets, with scars from the roughest battles, both inside and outside the ring. This is not just the Inquisition of the new guard. This is a new breed altogether, coming in to clash with the existing status quo of heavyweight boxing.
He's a fighter through and through. He's given us so much entertainment over the years. Yes, he's at the back end, but it's one of those that it's the old guy with the experience and the know-how who can still punch hard with that left hook against the young pretender who some people believe is the heir apparent, me included in that. I think he's very, very good, Moses Itauma.
Itauma has currently ripped through the division without a moment's pause. Dillian White was considered streetwise enough to handle this hot new prospect. So sit tight, hit that like button, and get ready for one of the most explosive heavyweight matchups in the division. Let's go. Born in Kent, England, to Slovakian and Nigerian parents, Moses Itauma is a cultural hybrid of raw aggression and technical brilliance. He picked up the gloves as a kid, and by the age of 18, he had already become a youth Olympic champion and signed with cunning promoter Frank Warren. But don't let his soft-spoken demeanor fool you. Behind the calm exterior is a destroyer. Moses went 10-0 as an amateur, finishing most fights inside one round.
He deserves the hype train. Now, going forward, the question is the hype real? And he can only prove that in the ring.
In the pros, he's been tearing through opponents like tissue paper, clocking in knockouts faster than ring announcers can say his name. Fight after fight, we've seen experienced fighters completely buckle under the speed and power of Itauma's style. The tenacity and destructive force is real.
My job is just to get into the ring and fight. What do I want to do and what I can do is two different things. Hopefully get a world title by the end of the year. That's what I'm looking at. Should be nice.
He's young, hungry, confident, and has sparred with Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce before even turning 19. In the opposite corner, born in Port Antonio, Jamaica, Dillian moved to South London as a child, and his life was anything but ordinary. By 13, he was a father. By 15, he was involved in gang activity. By 20, he had done time. But here's the thing. Boxing saved his life. White came up through kickboxing and MMA before lacing up the boxing gloves. He fought killers like Anthony Joshua.
That's that counter left hook we were talking about earlier.
Joshua's wobbling. Now what a moment this is for White.
Tyson Fury. Derek Chisora. And Joseph Parker. You don't survive those names unless you're built from something harder than steel. Dillian's reputation isn't just ring-based. Ask anyone from Brixton. He's a man that came from real war zones. And every time he steps into the ring, you can feel the grit he carries on his shoulders. This is a man who has grown up with the weight of the world on his shoulders. Most of us will never know pressure like this. Now this is where it gets spicy. Moses Itauma is your new school athlete. Clean cut, calculated, and focused on building a long legacy. This is a man comfortable on podcasts. He studies tape. He trains like a machine. And he's surrounded by a family that keeps him grounded. He's a student of the game. Dangerous because of his obsession with perfection. But Dillian, that's a different beast. He's the type of guy who's walked through real-life fires. Whether it was dodging street violence in South London or facing suspension and setbacks from the boxing authorities, Dillian always comes back. When you're talking about who's more formidable as a man, Dillian White wins hands down. He's seen life at its worst and still carved out a spot among boxing's elite. He's a fighter by birth, not by branding. For all you youngsters, there was that moment back in 2015 where AJ and Dillian White, bitter rivals, squared up against each other in the ring. This was North London versus South, the fight to finally end the rivalry.
With a huge right uppercut.
And when AJ's glove landed late beyond the bell, White's entire entourage wasted no seconds in jumping straight into the ring and causing a Brixton brawl.
Well, Joshua certainly landed after bell. Everybody's in there. Peter Sims looks like he wants to have a go.
The likes of which were reminiscent to the Brixton riots themselves.
Throwing everybody out.
British amateur super heavyweight champions in there as well, who's also a security guard.
Everybody's in there.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So style-wise, what are we looking at? Moses Itauma is like a mix of southpaw fluidity and heavy-handed destruction. He keeps things simple. Jab, power shot, good head movement, ruthless finishing instincts. He's already known for sparring top 10 heavyweights and holding his own, despite being barely 20 years old. Strengths: sharp reflexes. Southpaw stance proves tricky for orthodox fighters. Powerful straight left. Disciplined footwork. Weaknesses: untested and inexperienced against elite fighters who can take him into later rounds of the fight. Dillian White, meanwhile, is a brawler with a brain. Don't let the brawling fool you. He can box when he wants to. His left hook is one of the best in the division. And he's proven his chin, heart, and comeback ability time and again. They call him the body snatcher for a reason. Indeed, White has high ring IQ, built on top-tier experience. His bone-breaking body shots have snatched him win after win. And his granite chin and mental resilience have proved he can take a beating and still power on until victory. Weaknesses: susceptible to uppercuts, like the one that ended his fight against Tyson Fury. Some critics also claim his footwork has become slower compared to younger fighters. Who's the better fighter right now? Let's be honest. Moses Itauma has potential that makes scouts drool. He's technically cleaner than White ever was at that age.
I think it's a statement.
and he could very well become a future world champion. But in this fight, right now, experience matters.
Dillian had a slightly more experienced amateur career, but not much. He's learned as a professional, really, and funnily enough, he mentored Fabio Wardley.
Dillian White has gone to war with the best. He's beaten Joseph Parker, gone toe-to-toe with Chisora, and stood his ground against Tyson Fury, even if the results didn't go his way. He's taken punches that would drop most men, and still answered back with bombs. Moses might be the better boxer on paper, but in the ring, when it gets grimy, when the blood starts flowing, and you hear the breath get heavy in round 7, that's where White's experience takes over. Unless Moses lands something nuclear early, White drowns him in deep water.
He'll get rid of Dillian White like he has the others. Maybe not. Maybe Dillian's too much for him at this stage.
The cultural edge. Moses carries a proud Nigerian Slovak identity. Disciplined, respectful, and built on family pride. The Nigerian warrior culture is known for its raw aggression and loyalty, and Moses brings that stoic rage into every bout.
There you see a two-punch, have a seat shot.
Dillian, with his Jamaican roots, comes from a place where survival is a lifestyle. There's rhythm in his fighting, swagger in his presence, and a street-born fire that never goes out. Culturally, both men are warriors, but the difference is Moses fights to build a future. Dillian fights because it's what kept him alive. That gives Dillian a slight mental edge in a war. Many critics believe that Dillian White takes this fight by late stoppage or decision. Moses Itauma is the future, no doubt. But Dillian is still very much the present, and a problem for any fighter not fully seasoned. They say that White's experience, grit, and ring IQ would overwhelm the young star. For now.
And I think if this fight is made, I think he's going to train so hard for it, because I know what he's like. And he said to me the other day, he said, I don't want to fight anyone I fought before, I want to fight someone else. And so he's going to take on Itauma. And no one wants to fight Itauma, so I love it. I love the fact that Dillian will take him on.
Give Moses 2 to 3 more years, and the script might flip for the rematch. But fighting today, on the streets or in the ring, White's still the bigger monster. So what do you think? Is Moses Itauma ready for a war with the body snatcher? Or does Dillian remind the young gun that there are levels to this game?
You look, whether it's Usyk or the Klitschko brothers, or Fury and Lennox, and all, those two places have really been dominant in the heavyweight division. Absolutely. So maybe it's the question now is who's the next great British heavyweight, and maybe that answer is Moses Itauma.
Drop your predictions in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because more fight breakdowns like this are coming fast. Until next time, protect yourself at all times.